Hello, I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. I am just coming on to share my junk mail envelopes junk journal. It's all made from junk mail envelopes, and here is my file folder that I keep all my junk mail envelopes in. I get quite a few of them, obviously, and I thought it was time to make it is sometimes called a stacked junk mail envelopes journal, and sometimes just a junk mail envelopes journal. But when I get them, I make sure there's no personal information on them, and then I just put them in my little file folder according to the sizes of how big the envelope is, and sometimes how big the window is, or just if it doesn't have anything on it at all. Like these don't have any windows on them, so that's why they're together. And these are bigger. And then this group here is exactly the envelopes that I made this. Whoops, I just whacked the camera. Let me put this aside. These are the envelopes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a couple of just trash envelopes from myself. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those envelopes, and I had one great big envelope. So all of these envelopes are the exact, not the exact ones, obviously, because I made another one, but made one. But these are the same envelopes, the sizes and everything, just to give you an example of what I used for this project. And I am also doing this as a project share for Project Share Thursday. That's hashtag Project Share Thursday. And it's hosted by Mary Ellen. And it's Mary Ellen 236. And I will put all the information for the Project Share Thursday, hashtag Project Share Thursday, which is hosted by Mary Ellen, below in the description box. And also, I am just showing you what it looks like when I made it. I'm not showing you any of the processes yet until I get good at it. But Jessica at Paper Terrace, she made one, and also you did the same 5-hole pamphlet stitch that I did on mine. And I think this is correct, Alyssa at Berry Little Paper Crafter. But I will put both of their channels in the videos that I watched to get a little bit more information, because I knew I was going to make one and just didn't know how to go about it, kind of. So here's mine, and I will link Jessica at Paper Terrace and Alyssa at Berry Little Paper Crafter. I'm pretty sure those are the 2 videos that I watched. And here we go. I'm going to just untie it. And this is, of course, Beck style. The 2 other people who made theirs and put up process videos, theirs are totally different, but they're made with the same thing. So let me get rid of this light behind me. There we go. That's a little better. And I think that's good. I think that'll be all right. Let me get rid of the light in front of me here. There. Okay. That might be a little better. Okay, but anyway, all the information that I'm giving you, I will put it in the description box below and tag everyone appropriately. But this is my take on, in my project share, for a junk journal made out of junk mail envelopes, or a stacked junk mail envelopes journal, however you want to say it. But here's the first envelope. And you can open it up and have this little card here. Actually, it's paper. I decorated the outsides, but you can journal on that. You can just slide it back in so you can see that it was a junk mail envelope. And scraps. Everything in here is scraps. is on an occasion that something will be actually the whole picture, like this one. There's like 3 pictures in here that I actually are brand new and I didn't do anything to them. They weren't scraps, but for the most part, it's all scraps. And we'll open it up here. See the beautiful flower, and of course my eyelash trim and my gold trim. But then you can open this one up. It's a window envelope, embellished on the outside. Open that one up, and there's a journal spot here. And it was kind of torn, so I just used my washi tape and put it all back together. And you open it up, and you have a little journal spot there. But if you don't have anything in it, you still have a nice background there. It looks like leather. And the back of this envelope is glued inside this pocket. And we'll open this one down here. There's lace on there, and there's one of my bats. But you pull the card out, and there's still a nice background when there's nothing in it. Like that, you could see. And just glued a postcard on there, did some stamping. And this one, I love this image, this castle way up in the distance. And I just glued these pieces, scraps that I had around here. It looks like a nice frame. And then there is a pocket in here, which has some papers that you can journal on. And both of, let's see, no, this envelope, these envelopes, let me try it again. This envelope is glued on the front, so it makes another pocket. And this one is glued on the inside of this. So let's put these back together. Then you open it up. And this is the other part of the front envelope. And it is a pocket. Got a little tag in there. See that tag? Then this is just half of an envelope. Whenever I opened up my mail, ripped it apart, I ripped the envelope, but I kept it. So, and I left on some of the features that you could tell that it was an envelope. And then this is just washi tape, just a little die cut. But here's a little pocket here. Used some ephemera and made a little pocket, put a tag in it. And then here's another tag with some little scraps on there. And this is used, these are used index cards, and I just coffee tea dyed them in a rusty pan. That's what makes the black, and then just put some little stamping on there. Thought that looked cute, but the page is really pretty when you take everything out. And then I wanted a window there, the window envelope, so you can see the really pretty image there. So I just stamped it here and just left the important tax return document enclosed so you know it was a junk mail envelope. Some more of the washi tape from here, and I just stapled a little bit of lace there to look pretty. And you open it up and you can see the inside, and this is an envelope, of course. And you pull it out. This is a vintage Rolodex card from 1987. And then just a journal card, and put tabs on everything so that you can get them in and out. Just staple that one on. Then turn the page. That is a new image. Very pretty. And then this is an envelope, of course. All of them are envelopes. Just put some music paper, scrap paper on there. My, what do you call it? My inker is coming apart. It's getting everywhere. But here's another one, and this is a postcard. Miss you to death. This goes back in there. Then there's the back, music on there, and some scraps. Gorgeous stuff. And the inside is a great big, it's not a great big envelope. Let me try that again. The inside is those two scrap envelopes of mine that I have written on the outside and couldn't use them. I took 2 and I put them together. So this is 2 envelopes put together, 2 regular envelopes that you would mail cards in. I tucked them inside each other to make this little journal here. all scraps here, and then I even used that little square piece off of one of the envelopes that was torn off for a tab. Journal card there, and then these are just scraps. So, and this is coffee tea dyed paper that either was brittle on the outside, something, so I just tore it all down so that it could fit in here. I just added a little washi sticker, some more scraps. There's a little scrap. Keep your little strips. You can put them on. They add a little interest to a page. Little washi sticker. And this is the center. I did not realize that this paper was so old. I don't know that it's vintage, but it was so old, and I coffee dyed it, so it really broke it down. So it started really ripping up when I was sewing the whole thing together when I did the 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5-hole pamphlet stitch. And I like to leave these long most of the time. I just put a teeny tiny, really lightweight, I think it's a spacer bead on there. Let that hang off. And I like to tie ribbon in between there. Lace, I mean. This looks so pretty. And this is another one of the just scraps. And I just tied it in a knot on there. Just add some interest. It's cute. But I think that looks funny. I repaired that. And it's just a little scrap of ephemera and scraps. Another, just don't throw in your scraps. You can always glue them on somewhere to add a little bit of interest to the page. And that is washi sticker. And here's another. This is the other part of the envelope. Just a little, and this is a new page. It's not a scrap. There's the back of that. And then here is one of the other envelopes, and I have another creepy postcard. I've been dying to say hello postcard. I just stapled some lace on there for the tab. And then I just stamped on the back so you can journal on the back of it. And there was a name on there, so I had to cover that up. And this was really ripped up, so I really couldn't cut it either side and make a pocket or anything out of it. So I just used this glue, Tombow Mono Aqua, and it makes it really stiff. So I glued this piece on and then stamped it with the spiderweb stamp, but it's nice and thick so that you can use a clip on it like that. But I made this little piece of scraps. I used the Amazon box inside of it, the corrugated part, pulled it apart so it kind of makes a little interest there and some texture, and just folded over a bunch of scraps so you can just pull them off and use them as notes, or you can journal on it, or whatever. Use as a grocery list, and I just stapled it all together. I think that looks really cute. Let me put this back on here. But you can put any little pad of paper or anything in there, but that's pretty sturdy. It'll hold it. And turn the page. Creepy little scene. Just some scraps that I put on. This is the back part of the window envelope that is on front. This is the back of it. And here's a little pocket. And I try to leave the information on if it's not anything that's not copyrighted or anything like that. And I just use a little scrap to make a pocket, collaged on it, and did some stamping of the web. There's another one of the index cards, a little scrappy index cards that I dyed. Little stamping on it. Then here is what I had left of that beautiful map that I used on my journal January, and I just inked it up, just stuck it in there. And this is a masterboard. Cut part of it off and I made a pocket out of it. And there's a scrap there, my skulls, and then I just stamped the spider web there and inked it up a bit. And I made a big old tag out of this piece of scrap. And I just stapled some lace on it, and I did glue it down so you could get in and out easier. I think that looks really cute. right there. Then the back is pretty empty. So I just left it that way because I really like that newsprint. But here is the back of the envelope that was on the front here. Here's the back of it. Looks pretty cool. I just kind of collaged pieces on there, and I stamped here so you could journal on that. And then here is, this is also an envelope. I didn't have another one to put in my little stack I showed you because I saved this one out of the trash at the DMV. Somebody wrote on it and then they threw it away, and I said, do you mind if I take that? And they're like, sure, if you want trash. It's like, I can use it in a junk journal. They're like, oh, help yourself. So I cut off all of their information and just left it folded because you can see that it's an envelope there, and inked it up a bit and just stuck a little washi sticker on it. So now you have a spot to journal. That is really cool. And I just stuck a little piece of doily up there and stamped spiderweb on top of that. Just some interest, just do some stamping. But yes, just wanted to share my stacked junk mail, junk journal, or junk mail, junk journal, whatever you'd like to call it. And if you make one, then tag me. I would love to see it. And I will try to make a process video, but I have so many things planned. I am booked up until about the end of March. So good times, lots of fun. But yeah, this is what I made with junk mail envelopes. Let me get this stack of envelopes. Junk mail envelopes became this. That is the coolest, I think. I really like it. I'm really happy with it. I'm very proud of it. So yes, I will put all the links below. This is Project Share Thursday, hashtag Project Share Thursday, and it is hosted by Mary Ellen. And I'll put her information down below, and I will put the 2 videos that I watched for just examples. I knew what I wanted to do, but I just like to see somebody else's examples. Paper Terrace, Jessica there, and Alyssa, the Berry Little Paper Cracker. I will put their 2 videos in the description box. I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Oh, hi, Sunny. You gonna come and see me? Hi, baby. Are you chasing the possum outside? Okay. All right. Let's quit shaking the camera. Say bye-bye.